Hi, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Liv.
And this is the Mach-E vlog. Today we're going to take our brand new GT Performance Edition to Rocky Mountain National Park to go have some fun and see some beautiful sights.
Woo, let's go. As per usual, we started off this drive at Moru Coffee, one of our favorite places to start drives. And we actually don't need coffee because they have $2 off their coffee on Fridays. So we stocked up yesterday. So if you're in the area, go snag that deal. But for now, let's start driving.
Yeah, let's head to Estes Park, which is right outside Rocky Mountain National Park.
Yay.
Okay, normally for our other road trips, we do like all the route planning and all of that stuff. Estes Park is really about 55 miles from here, maybe a little bit more from where we're at, but we really don't need to do like extensive route planning with charging, but we are only starting at 80%. We just moved. Our new place only has level 1 charging, so we didn't get up as high as I wanted to, but that's still, of course, plenty. We have 215 miles of range. We got a little bit of climbing to get up to Estes Park, but we're gonna go ahead and just program it in here. I'm gonna do it like this. Navigate to Estes Park.
Sure, Estes Park.
73 miles, I was wrong. But we should be there by 11:32 and 73 miles. We may just charge there just to show you the charging situation right outside of Rocky Mountain National Park. So let's hit the road.
We're just driving through downtown Denver, just past the notorious off-ramp where our previous Lucifer got booped. But if you're ever in Denver, there's some really cool things in this vicinity. There is the aquarium, which is great. There's Meow Wolf on the other side of the highway. There is the Six Flags amusement park, and there's the Children's Museum, which has this really cool like ropes course, obstacle sort of thingy. So there's a lot of cool stuff down in this area to check out.
So we've been about 50 miles. We're not really tracking efficiency because it's not a long road trip, but we're at 3.7 miles per kilowatt hour. Some of that was the freeway on I-25 and US 36. And then of course we had to go through Boulder and all of this by the bike race, but trying to sort of compare how it was to original Lucifer. And I don't think we ever did this route, but 3.7 miles per kilowatt hour seems excellent.
The car is fine. We got tons of energy, 64% battery, but we need to pee. So we found a cute little coffee shop in Lyons, and we're going to replenish. Yes. Or I'll do a video just because she's so adorable. So adorable. Oh, yeah. Are you guys okay saying hi for the video?
Hi.
Yay! Hi.
Hi.
And you.
Yeah.
Hi. That's adorable. Good parking, super nice people, cute puppy, music, and coffee. What more could you ask for? How cool is this? And that sweet EV6. Look at that color. Sorry. This place is really popular, clearly. So the line was too long. We don't need coffee. We're gonna head out, but super fun. Really nice stop in Lyons.
For most of the drive on the freeways getting up here, I had it in whisper, and then when we got through Boulder, I put it in engage. And then now I'm going to switch to unbridled because we're going to start getting to the fun parts. And we'll just see how that is. And who knows, maybe I'll switch back and forth. I sort of look at whisper, I use it more of like that's for freeway driving for us. Engage is like my normal, mostly day-to-day driving. And then unbridled is fun stuff.
Patrick was really excited about these windy roads and stuff, but the realistic thing that you end up dealing with is slower people, which is okay, but now he's zipping around. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. I swear my ears are popping.
Yeah, but we're climbing quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it feels absolutely fantastic going through here.
I am definitely not getting thrown around as much as you would think.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm actually sort of pleased at how steady everything feels and how the seats are holding.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely pushing in the bolstering, but yeah. Wow. Oh my goodness, Patrick.
That's fine. Gosh. We're in our lane.
We are in our lane.
I sort of just want to get around that
truck, yeah. RV. Hey.
No problem.
Yeah, that is very grippy.
So this is the fun little road between Lyons and Estes Park. So we're about 50 miles into our trip, just over 50 miles. We got 15 miles to go. So then we'll go to Estes Park. It's like a very touristy town outside of Rocky Mountain National Park. It's famous because it's near Rocky Mountain National Park and also for the Stanley. Hotel. If you are a fan of The Shining, you will know the Stanley Hotel. So, but we are very excited to be going into the national park. It's close to us, but we have never been. So this will be a first for us. And we're excited to hit Trail Ridge Road. Over the past couple of years, because of how many people have been visiting, oh, my ears are popping. They've introduced a timed entry system, and they've done this at Arches National Park, I believe Yosemite. So if you're interested in visiting national parks, you should definitely do a little bit of research and make sure that the park that you're going to doesn't have timed entry as well. And basically what that means is about 2 months, or actually 60 days prior to the day that you want to go in, they open up the reservations for that day. There's a Mach-E.
Oh.
And
that was dark matter gray,
yeah.
Right? Oh, that was so awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So, 60 days ahead, they open up reservations for whatever particular day you want to go in. So like if you're trying to go in like on 4th of July or Memorial Day, Labor Day, you probably want to hit that. If you don't get that time slot or you don't plan 60 days in advance, they release them the night before at 5 p.m., which is what we had to do to get in today because we didn't plan this out.
But we had the best intentions of actually doing it at 5 p.m. We did not. We did it at 5:20, so we couldn't actually get the 11 to 1 p.m. Slot that we wanted. We got 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., which is what we're doing now. But then I did refresh a whole bunch, and we also got a 9 to 11 and paid for that. So
it's $2 for the reservation on top of your entry fee. And as we mentioned in a previous video when we were in Zion National Park, there are ways to get into national parks for free that if you're eligible, I highly recommend. So Liv has applied and got one for like a disability access.
It's called the America the Beautiful Pass. So if you have I believe it's like a permanent lifelong disability or are at a certain age, then you can apply. You get this pass forever. Hang on 1 second. Ta-da! So this one has a little wheelchair disability access.
The senior pass is a different one.
Yeah, is a different one. It comes in this little thing so you could hang the tag on the mirror, but we just keep it in there because if you lose this, you have to get a new one, a completely new one, go through the whole process again. It is $10 to get it, or you can go to one of the booths in the park, right? And get it for free. And
then the senior one, I believe, is like $80, but it's good for the lifetime. And then there's also just new is military and veterans. That one is $10 online, and I believe it's free if you do it at the park. So it's three fairly good options for getting in. There's also it seems like an odd one, but if you have a 4th grader, the whole year that they're in 4th grade, they get in for free. And I'm not sure if it's like the summer before or the summer after. But
And
anyways,
is it like determined that this is a great age for kids to go to parks? Like, why? I want to find out.
And here in Colorado, there's a lot of the ski resorts do that same thing, but for 5th graders. So 4th grade, take them to the national parks. 5th grade, take them to ski.
Yeah, interesting. We do keep getting our ears clogged on this really, really super scenic, awesome drive because we are climbing about 2,000 feet to get up to Estes Park. And then there's going to be a ton of climbing after that too. But
as you guys probably know, Denver's the mile-high city at 5,280 feet. Estes Park is what, 7,500 feet?
Yeah, around about.
And then if we go over Trail Ridge Road, which is our plan, that goes up to 12,000, just over 12,000 feet. So we'll have quite a bit of ups and downs today, and a lot of curves.
Hopefully only ups in elevation and in enjoyment.
Yes.
No downs.
Well, we got to get back down to get to
Yeah,
Denver.
that's fair. We are dipping down into Estes Park now, and though we haven't been to Rocky Mountain National Park, we've been to Estes Park quite a few times, and we've seen a moose before on the road going in, haven't we?
Yeah, and outside our lodge that we stayed at.
That's right. Yeah. So the Stanley Hotel is not just a hotel. They've actually done other things too. There was a horror film festival that was there multiple years, pretty appropriate. And our favorite local band, Itch.io, actually played at the Stanley, and we stayed in Estes Park, and there was literally a moose outside our window, like 7 a.m, which was so cool.
And we were going to stay at the Stanley in 2020. That was the first trip we had to cancel.
Yes. Yeah. To be totally honest, I'm a bit too nervous, weirded out to stay in the Stanley, but they have cabins on the property, so that's where we're going to stay. Condos, yeah. We're going to share it with friends. And
she didn't want to stay in the main thing because there's ghosts.
It just wigged me out. We spent too many times there, talking with people about ghost stories and stuff. I think I just would have been weirded out. Would you be weirded out? It's not that I believe in that stuff, but I know I'm the kind of person that would lie there at 2 a.m. and be like, oh, you know, right? You'd be asleep.
I would. Asleep.
You know I would, right? Yeah. So. I just remember something else we came to Estes Park for was the Irish Festival.
Oh, yeah.
Was it called the Irish Festival?
I believe so. Or Celtic.
Celtic, yeah, something more inclusive. And I think that was when we saw the moose. Right here you can see the water sort of peeking in now, and this road crossing the water, that's where the moose was. So I'm really hoping we see animals. But I think we had to stop the car to let them pass, didn't we?
Yeah, and we may see more things in the park. We'll see.
What is a moose plural?
I don't know. Mices.
Moosies.
But we're going to find the charging station, and I know where it's at, but I'll show you when we get there how easy it is to find charging stations with the Ford app or the center screen.
Yay.
Or you can use whatever other easy things you want to use. I'm using Android Auto right now to navigate, but I can show you, I think maybe the next segment we'll just use the sync system. And I have my iPhone with me so we can switch and show iPhone.
So where is this charger that we're going to?
It's at the visitor center, which is right there.
Cool. This looks like a visitor center, doesn't it? Is this the one with the sculpture?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
I see a sign.
Oh, yes, there's a little charging sign. That's useful.
That little blue sign.
Yeah, very, very little, but still better than I see them. The green glow.
Now, I don't think these are particularly cheap, but, you're right outside a national park, so that's very cool. And we're going to go ahead and give it a try. I think I'll try this one. It says available. And we just want to show you how it is with charging. These are sponsored by the state of Colorado, and they are on ChargePoint, so you could use the ChargePoint app. There we go.
There we go.
Okay, let's check this out. I got my ChargePoint app. Whoa, don't fall over. Tap your phone. Authorizing, plug in. Good thing I scooted up.
Yeah, that's a little far.
And then let's see, we don't really need to charge. It's about 50 miles over to Grand Lake or Granby. This is a 125 kilowatt station. Let's see what it's gonna do. It's going up slowly. We're at 55, 57, 65. I think it's gonna get all the way up there. We already added a mile.
Hey.
Surprised it's not going higher, but it says it's 125. They may have it so that it's shared station, so it's not actually 125.
It is. It says DC shared.
Okay.
I thought it was only if someone was plugged in.
Yeah, nobody's plugged in. It shouldn't be sharing right now. But it's pretty cool. Like we're right outside a national park, basically, and getting a charge. And we're gonna go hit the other charging station as well, just to like check it out. But I think, do you want to go to the bathroom, or do we go
Always.
let's go to the visitor center.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll have time to swing by the Stanley as well.
Yeah.
But we're good to go.
So this is the visitor center. Around the other side, there was a bunch of handicap parking, and there are 2 parkings here, but I don't know why they're blocked off. I'm wondering if it's for shuttles or something, which would be really not good. So I don't know. I might ask someone, actually. Let's go.
So here we are. We're in Estes Park. There are a couple entrances to get into Rocky Mountain National Park on this side. We are going to I think we're going to do the one down here because there's charging by the entrance, I think. I got to double check. And then, of course, this is Trail Ridge Road. We're going to go all the way up. There's like a visitor center way up at the top. Lots of pull-offs, picnic areas. But we're going to take this whole road. Let's see, there's the Continental Divide near Milner Pass. And then we're going to go all the way down to Grand Lake. And then we'll be out at a park and we'll head back to Denver. But we're going to spend a bunch of time in there and have some fun.
Yay, let's go. It's called Swirl, presented to the town of Estes Park by Estes Valley Sunrise Rotary. Service above self. Okay. How cool is that?
Nice little musical instrument to go with the creek.
Hello, Blucifer, Tucifer. What are we at?
We're charging at 43. We're at 84%. So we left the house at 80. I didn't even look to see what was it, like 53 or something like that?
Yeah.
Anyways, we added 93 miles, way above and beyond. I think we're going to go by the other charging station, but now I'm not even going to plug in over there to demonstrate it. But that costs $13. Like I said, it's a bit pricey up here. And then I think after 30 minutes of being on the charger, then they also add like a parking fee, which is weird, but just very, very nice that there is charging here. I'm going to go ahead and hit stop.
There we go.
And there we go. Got to 84%. And yeah, it was expensive. It's it's because it's like peak time.
Oh.
45 cents per kilowatt hour.
All right.
Very, very pricey. A lot pricier than Electrify America. So you're welcome. We did an expensive charge.
And we have an update on the whole handicap parking situation, which we will show you. Hi, nice car. But it's interesting, they have cones all the way over here. So these parkings are also marked off. I'm not super sure what's going on here, but we'll find out. Okay, let's go. The Stanley Hotel.
We'll just go follow the Bronco.
Yeah. There we go. The Stanley. We have been to a couple concerts at the Stanley Hotel, and we will put them down below if you're interested. We did make videos on our other channel, our old channel. It's not for everyone. It's a little crazy, so if you want to check it out, you can.
It's on fire.
It's on fire. There's fire in front of the Stanley Hotel. It was amazing. It was absolutely epic. Yes. All right, we are actually pretty hungry. We didn't really eat, and it's going to be many hours in the park, huh?
Yeah, it's 12:24. We get to go in at 1, and then we'll probably spend at least a couple hours in the park. So we need to get something to eat.
Some nourishment.
So I think we're going to do Jimmy John's because we can carry stuff with us.
Go to the charger and you go in.
Yeah. Hello, Blucifer. There's a South African. Hey.
And a student driver.
And a student driver. That's awesome. So, we've been driving for a few minutes now. 8 minutes to go 2 miles, basically. So it was probably like 15 minutes to go 2 miles.
Yeah.
Hey. Ooh.
So all of these charging from Blink, they're just regular J1772 level 2, so not the fastest charging, but this one here is pretty cool. It's a free wire charger. So they have Chatamo on one side, CCS on the other. It's 45 cents per kilowatt hour, which is pricey as we were saying. But what's cool about free wire is it doesn't have as much power coming into the station as a normal DC fast charger. But what it does is the power comes in, it stores the energy, and then when you come in and pull in your car, it can dump out a ton of energy quickly, and then it's just basically pulling from the batteries instead of having a big load coming from the energy provider. So these are sort of great in remote areas where you can sort of like charge up the batteries like overnight, and then when you have like 1 or 2 cars come up and need to charge, they'll get the full fast charge. And then what happens is like if we had car after car coming in here, eventually at some point this would derate and go a lot slower. But it's actually pretty cool that they have one of these. FreeWire's a cool company. I've just seen a little bit. This is the first time I've seen one in person. I think Kyle Connor did a video about this particular station and how it works. So I might actually go watch that. I'll put a link down below so you can watch it as well.
Super cool.
Yeah.
And it's hard to see on the GoPro, but this screen is incredibly visible. The only bad thing about this is it is not wheelchair accessible, unfortunately, with it being on a platform.
And then that being a tight spot. But
this one is potentially, but yeah, with this being on a platform, that'd be really difficult to get to, as opposed to the other ones where the screen is actually accessible from the side. But then again, it's really hard to get a wheelchair out anyways. So,
and it's 120 kilowatts when it's at full power.
So not super speed, but pretty good.
What's that?
Not super speed, but pretty good.
Oh, that's pretty good for somewhere out here. And now we're right outside the park, so we'll go get in line to get in. We'll see how this process works.
Yeah. Really cool, though. Oh, and there's the Mad Moose gift shop, which looks really cute. And there is a restaurant of some sort. But everything here is really, really picturesque. And this is right by a gas station. Everyone has their needs covered. We should go. Okay. There's the shuttle. We are waiting in line to get into Rocky Mountain National Park. Our time slot is from 1 to 3. It's 1:18. So as long as we get in anytime before then. I wonder what it's like if the line is really long and you wait longer than your time limit, if they're flexible.
Yeah, I did not read up on that, but I started thinking about it as we were coming up here, but I'm not sure. they have to have a little bit of flexibility because it'd be hard to really time it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you like start the line of traffic like right at your deadline, then perhaps they wouldn't let you in, but who knows?
Well, of course, at the end of this deadline, 1 to 3, after 3, you don't have to have.
Oh, that's
reservation.
right. So it's fine. Yeah. And we have like an hour and 45 minutes to get through the line. It better not take that long.
No, it looks like it's maybe like 10 minutes.
Yeah. But I have my America the Beautiful pass ready and my ID because it is paired to the pass, so no one else can use it. Yeah. And I'm excited. You excited?
Yeah, and we're at 80% battery, which is sort of neat. Like we started at 80%, then charged up once we at the Estes Park, got above 80%, but now we're at 80%. It's like we're starting a day over again.
Yeah.
And I haven't been keeping track of efficiency or anything. We'll do that on our longer road trips. We have a longer road trip planned for September that we're really excited about. And on that one, we will track everything, all the details. But
it's going to be multi-state, multi-trip.
Today, multi-day.
Multi-day.
This is just more about enjoying some of the scenery. It is even about, even though we're going on a lot of curvy roads and stuff like that, it's a national park. It's going to be nice, relax, just enjoy the scenery, enjoy the views, enjoy the drive.
And here's the entrance fees. A day pass is $30, 7-day pass is $35, which is great. And then an annual pass is $70. So this is really wonderful. That's a good chunk of change that you're saving for $10 if you don't want to go get it at their facility or whatever. Watching all the signs come up.
And of course, Trail Ridge Road, the one that we're going on, is basically only open from June through September because of snow. Those dates are extremely flexible. Sometimes it opens really late, sometimes it opens really early in May. And then the opposite on the opposite end, like sometimes it stays open past into October. So just, if that's one of your goals, of course, you want to watch out and see when that's going to be open and closed. A lot of people like hitting it in mid-September because then that's when the leaves are changing. It looks really pretty, but
that would.
We're not going to be here in mid-September.
Nope. Adventure planned. Details coming soon. And there is snow over there. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's 84 degrees currently. We both thought it was going to be a little cooler up here. So global warming, probably. But
yeah. Well, and it's, I think, like 95 down in Denver today.
Actually, it says 79 on your phone, but 84
that's
on the
right.
car. Yeah.
The car is reporting
The car's
higher.
hot. It's 79 degrees.
79.
Yeah.
It feels hot in the sun, but
it does.
doesn't
And
feel 95.
higher altitude, it feels hotter anyways. Well, we are almost there, and I can't wait. Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Thank you. Cool. Oh. We are in. How long did that take? It's 1:40. We got in line.
It's like 20 minutes.
Yeah, around about 20 minutes ago. Just so you know, when you do come, if you do come, there are 3 lanes. A lot of people weren't using the right lane for some reason. So I think that helped a lot once people started using that.
Yeah. Otherwise, it went fairly smoothly.
Yeah.
Just count on it taking 20 minutes, I guess, give or take. And we were just sort of talking because our entry slot started at 1. So like if we came in at 2:30, would it have been a lot less?
Or if we came in at like 12:50, would we only have had a 10-minute wait and then been at the gate on time? This is really beautiful, by the way. Gorgeous. But just make sure you have your timed entry thing on your phone, or I guess you could do a printout, your ID and your cash, or your America the Beautiful pass if you have one.
They all said credit or debit only, I believe. Yeah, I think all 3 lanes said that.
Oh.
So verify on the website.
Yeah.
Like what you need.
Yeah, and wow, this is really picturesque. It's hard to believe that there's snow up here and it's 79 degrees.
Well, we got to go up a little bit higher.
Yeah,
and
we
the
do.
temperature will drop.
Yeah. So we haven't updated you guys on the visitors center. There were those 2 handicap parkings out front that were the closest to the actual visitor center, to the very handicap accessible area, that were blocked off, and they had cones there. So we went to the counter and asked the person there if they knew why. They were very nice, but they said that basically those spots are blocked off because the tour bus parks behind there every 45 minutes or so for 15 minutes or whatever for disembarking and onboarding. So the cones are there always because whoever is there might be parked in, I guess. That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
And we asked questions about it, and we tried to be clear, like, we're not, wow, this is so beautiful, by the way. This is so gorgeous. We'll have to stop.
Other ones.
Yeah, one's on, depending on which side of the road. So this is more like sleuthing, because this is a situation that is common in a lot of businesses, is that it's accessible, but you have to ask, or it's accessible sometimes. So we were basically told that if someone wanted to park there, they could get out and move the cones, or flag down the dude there. And there was no dude
which
there.
He wasn't there.
Yeah.
So.
And so they were like, oh, there's a guy, and a turquoise showed us, and they were like, no. So it's not necessarily the people working there, it's the facility that has to make sure that stuff like this doesn't happen, because a handicapped person should not have to get out of their vehicle to get this parking. And then they said, well,
and it's interesting, or
flag someone down.
One of the things I was thinking about is, like, if I pulled in there and Liv wasn't with me, and I didn't have the handicap placard, well, and I'm not supposed to when she's not with me, but if I pulled in there and parked there and a cop saw that, I would get a ticket because I blocked a handicap spot. But they blocked it with a cone, so that doesn't get a ticket. And
yeah.
I'm like, it doesn't, to me, it doesn't.
All day, every day, they block it with a cone. And Patrick had a great point when we talked to the person working there, and then they went and got the manager so we could ask more questions. So Patrick's point was, the website states that it's ADA, and it's ADA with a certain number of parking spots, right? For the amount of people that come here or whatever it is, and they're not actually being true to that if they're blocking these spots off. And there's no reason for cones to be there.
And they said there were like a lot more around front, but when you block 50% of them
around
in that
the one
area,
side, yeah.
And to me, it's just the same. Like if a person pulled in and blocked them for no reason, and I was like, if you're going to block them, maybe put a sign up and say we have more around front, or I don't know. It just seemed like there could have been a better solution. Move the pickup drop-off point a little bit further out.
Exactly. If this bus is coming every 45 minutes, why is it blocking handicap parkings? Why is that a thing? They also, I indicated at one point of the parking lot, they had a whole bunch of cones, and we don't know why, of course, but it was the whole side of the parking lot. So why are those cones there? And could the bus not stop there? Could the bus just stop a little past the handicap parking? Could it perhaps block an able-bodied parking spot or two instead? Because there were hundreds of able-bodied parking spots, but perhaps 12 handicap parkings, maybe less, 10.
I'm not sure how many.
6 around one side and 4 around the other.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I was saying, let's look at these views.
Yeah. So anyways, that was our update. And I encourage you that if things like that you notice around you, ask management, talk to them. We've had situations like that before where it was a comedy club. They had one handicap spot and they used it for the comedian's car. And they would park the comedian's car there and then treat it as though, ooh, we have a valet for the comedian for the night, whatever. And then they would park their car there, which is not at all okay. Not okay. So we called attention to that. We stopped going to that comedy club. But Patrick is right. These views are beautiful. Let us do some driving, some looking, some hopping out, some hula hooping.
Yeah, let's find the next pull-off.
Yeah.
That looks good, and we'll do that.
Yay. Oh,
Right there.
Oh dear. Oh, hi. Hi. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh. Oh, it thinks the car is weird. What? Baby deer. Oh, they're so beautiful. Oh. That's so cool. That's so cool.
Flat, has that flat top. Flat top.
There we go. Beautiful.
Oh, we're filming.
Just pulled over, went and took a look at the scenery, and now we're walking back to the car. Nice little path that we're on.
Really nice. Lots of spots to look at stuff. Little pull-ups or whatever.
And even though the park, I guess, is technically crowded, plenty of parking.
Yeah. Although there wasn't that much parking at that very desirable rock, apparently, that everyone wants to climb on.
Yeah.
Just the tiniest little uphill. And you actually feel it because we're about 10,000 feet now, right?
Yeah, close to 10,000. 1 to 12.
Oh, we're going to feel it then. Yeah, if you come visit Colorado and you don't know this, give yourself a couple days to acclimate because the altitude is real.
And drink lots of water
You
because
drink
you
lots of water.
dehydrate quicker at altitude.
Yeah. Hello, Lucifer, Lucifer. Let's go onward. Hey. Great. You looks like you're gonna go over the edge. Hi, your name's Haley, right?
Hi, yeah, I'm Ranger Haley here at Rocky Mountain National Park.
That is so awesome. How long have you been a ranger?
I've only been a ranger since May, so this is
Wow.
my first season and my first park.
Congratulations. Well,
you.
what do you think? This is pretty amazing to hang out here all day.
Yeah, I can't complain. A lot better than I was working remote before this, so this is a much better view.
Wow, you go from remote to like everything in the whole world.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love coming up here and talking to visitors from all over the place and getting to meet everybody. It's really awesome.
That's phenomenal. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Patrick's taking photos. Hey, hi me. He's taking photos and I'm being lazy sitting in the car, but I just think this is such a cool view all over. And isn't that an interesting formation over there? Like that. That's too close. It's interesting, like a giant step there or something. What happened there? Really, really beautiful. And can you believe that snow and ice? It's not cold, by the way. It's 71.
Make sure we get the butt. Yes, I got the butt.
I was totally gonna ask.
Look at the dog. He had
Wait.
out the window.
Oh, the sweetest.
$12,000 feet.
Burr, 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 burr.
And we're still climbing slightly, but this is getting close to the top.
It's really beautiful. There were some kind of creatures, but we couldn't pull over.
Way down the mountain or the hill.
Yeah. It's so strange how the landscape changes when you get to the top. Whoa.
Whoa, look straight ahead.
Whoa, whoa. What is happening, birds? What are they doing? They're doing something. Whoa, through the glass roof. That got it too. Hello. All right, we parked over here. Ooh, nice little gap. Harder is this these views. Whoa, look at that lake. Whoa. That must be so cool. Can we go there? Oh man. Wow. This is amazing. And very windy. Very, very windy. What on earth is that? Are they escorting them? No, they'd be in the front. Are they chasing them? That was really weird. Wow. You really gotta hold on to your phone over here. This is worth a little stroll. It's like a little nook, and the only place to get to it is like basically straddling that white line over there. Might be parking down there, but it's worth it. This is so cool. Hello. How cool is this? You want to go over there? Yeah. Oh. More cops. Lord. So we don't know what's going on, but we saw like those 8 motorbikes that were running away from the other cop.
So I think that's what it all is.
Yeah, but like what's happening?
But it's like you can't get out of the park. They can just
Stop you. Yeah, so I don't know. Onward.
What do you say?
I love Lucifer Tucifer. Hello. Ooh, we have the most beautiful switchback over here.
Yeah, it makes me want to stop on that one too.
I know it. We have 40 miles still to go, and it's like 3:12 in the afternoon, and we keep stopping because it's so pretty.
But we'll drive for a little bit. It's nice driving up here. We're just taking it easy, unlike some motorcycles that are probably arrested now.
I am just like painfully curious to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Why are they doing that? What is happening?
I don't know. I haven't been tracking efficiency like I was saying, but I have glanced down a couple of times, and it's like 1.2 miles per kilowatt hour as we were going up, and we'll have a lot of downhill, so it should get a lot better. But I haven't been resetting it or anything. One thing that we mentioned last year when we went up Mount Evans is how much power gas vehicles lose going up in elevation. I think it's 3% for every 1,000 feet, which is an astounding number. So we're back under 12,000 feet now, but at 12,000 feet, that's over about 36% of their horsepower is lost just because of the altitude and less oxygen for them. Electric cars don't have that. So if we were doing spirited driving,
I like it when you say that.
engaged driving, unbridled driving.
Spirited. I like it. By the way, we just passed the Alpine Visitors Center, which is at about 12,000 feet, and that is the highest visitors center in a national park.
Makes sense.
Yeah, now you know. And when we were looking at the overlook and we saw that beautiful lake, it's a big lake, and there was another little one, and apparently there are 100 lakes in the park, and you can hike to numerous of them. So I feel like we should do that sometime.
That'd be really fun.
Go for an alpine dip.
Yeah, I don't know about that part. I bet they're pretty cold.
Yeah, probably. But today is so warm. It's only 67 degrees, but I feel toasty. I think it's just the sun this high up.
Yeah, every time we get out in the bright sun, it feels really toasty, even with the wind blowing as hard as it's blowing at the higher points. But we just dropped, I just noticed we're into trees again. We're down below the tree line again.
Yeah, so like 11,500 feet and lower is the tree line. Oh, this is even more beautiful. But now we're gonna what? Enjoy the drive and try not to stop as many times whenever we get out of here.
Enjoy it, and hope you guys are enjoying just the scenery. And you know, I know it's all about the Mach-E, but the Mach-E is just fine up here. AC is working great, even though it's, you know, like I said, it's not hot outside or whatever.
It's very comfortable. Definitely noticing a couple of things. The seats are very comfortable, and the bolstering, being extra bolstery, is really nice. I find you're not going fast here, but on the drive up, he was kind of whipping it a little.
Yeah, between Lyons and Estes Park.
Yeah.
But this part is just relaxing, and it's sort of nice. It just feels nice being in a national park and not polluting with a gas engine right here.
Yeah, that's very true and very nice. Also, this park is really wonderful. It's well staffed. That one spot that we stopped at, we met Ranger
Haley.
Geez, I almost said Hannah. Thank you. Ranger Haley. She was so cool. She just started rangering in May. And what a spot. She was working remotely before that. And then she's working in the great outdoors. So I think they do a couple shifts outside and then a couple shifts in the visitors center. So all the rangers get like good coverage. And you can volunteer. So like she was telling us that there are, what do they call, like sheep crossers or something?
Sheep herders, I guess.
It's not sheep herders. It's another name. But you could be a sheep person and help the sheep cross the trail, which I totally want to do. I think that would be so fun. But we did talk about accessibility. This park is trying to be more accessible and to be keep getting better at accessibility. So there's this area, I can't remember what the waterfall is called.
I forgot.
There's a waterfall that flooded a good few years ago, then flooded again in some more recent rains the past couple of years. And it created this really beautiful waterfall, which was inaccessible to anyone who had mobility difficulties. And the national park has tried really hard to make that more accessible. Unfortunately, we're not going there today, but I think that's just really cool. And that the ranger was able to point out an area that might be a good spot to look at. So if you're coming to a national park and you're curious about that stuff, find a ranger, ask them where to go, because otherwise I wouldn't know. Yeah, and it really is cool. I mean, that's part of their job, is to help people figure stuff out. And we look at accessible things because with Liv's legs, sometimes we need to account for that. But really, there are a lot of times, ooh, that's pretty. That's so pretty. There are a lot of times, you know, like maybe you're in a walking cast, or you just have some, you know, joint issues, or due to age or whatever. There's a lot of reasons to consider that stuff. So by all means, ask and find out all of this good stuff. And if just for our older or mobility impaired or handicapped or with kids. Yeah, or kids. Like we want to help ensure that everywhere is accessible to everyone. So I think we gotta stop. This is so pretty. Can I go for a dip? No. Could I? No. I could touch it. It's probably really
like, is there one on the left, or do we just have to stop here? I think we're going to stop here.
Right. Yeah. This is so pretty.
Oh, there's one up there.
Okay, good. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Oh, there's a couple up there.
This is one of, or two of 100 lakes. Looking pretty. Let's go. The Continental Divide.
Continental Divide. So that means water on that side flows to the Pacific Ocean. Water on this side flows to the Atlantic Ocean. So very cool. And we're going to go check out this lake now.
At the Atlantic Ocean side.
And we're now back down to just about 10,000 feet. Still beautiful. As I said, I wasn't really tracking efficiency or anything like that. But now that we're heading down, I can see that we are gaining, or not gaining, but we're staying flat with our percentage battery. It's been like 67% for a few miles. And we know that from when we did the Mount Evans drive last year, we gained quite a bit, coming from 14,000 back down to 8,000, then down into Denver, 5,000. So I'll monitor that. We're 166 miles of range, 67%. Should track where we're at, but anyways, I didn't do that. We'll just sort of make note of some of the regen stuff. And I'm going in unbridled on the way down. There's different ways that you can, sort of try to gain. Coasting doesn't necessarily gain you any battery or gain you any energy into your battery. But the way the Mach-E works is even when you use your brakes, that's doing regen. It's just not, no pedal regen. It's using the brake pedal for regen. So you will get some energy back into the battery, even just using the regular brakes and turning off one pedal driving. I'm in unbridled with one pedal on and just letting it do what it's going to do. And all this time I've been talking, we're still 67% with 166 miles of range. I know it's only been a mile, but it should have gone down by now. Actually, we just went up to 68%.
Oh, because we dropped 200 feet since we've been talking.
Yeah.
We're at 9,815, 13, 10. It's going fast.
And it's not like a fast descent. I think the speed limit through here is 35. Even so, I'm doing like 28 around the curve. It's a national park. You take it nice and easy, enjoy, and I mean, it's so beautiful. And now we're in, like thick pines, so.
It's extremely beautiful. I have noticed something different about the GT. And I'm like, am I imagining this? But I don't think I am. The seatbelt is more grabby.
You've said that.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed it.
But I guess I'm getting thrown around as a passenger more?
Maybe.
I don't know. Or no, because I lean forward to shoot things.
Oh, and it's kicking.
Yeah, because I always lean forward to shoot in front of the dash, and it seems to be more grabby. If you have a GT Performance Edition or a GT or any experience in Mach-E's, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the seatbelt, because I think that's interesting. And like, why wouldn't the seatbelt be performance as well?
I don't think they change it, but if you say so.
Ooh, construction.
A stoplight is normally for a stoplight that's out, you stop for it, but I don't think so in this case.
Huh.
Oh, they're rebuilding the wall. Oh, that's cool.
Ah, that is cool.
So this is a modern wall, meaning basically I'm sure it's been put in within the last couple of decades or whatever. But the wall in Arches National Park, this is a little bit of trivia. The walls there were put in when they first opened the park many years ago, I think probably in the 30s as well. And when they worked on the road, they wanted to preserve the wall exactly as it is, but they couldn't do that and get the paving and construction equipment in there. So they disassembled the wall. And when they did it, they labeled every single rock so that when they put the wall back together, it could go back together in the right exact order that it was in many, many years ago when it was first put in. Sort of crazy to think that they did that. And then a little bit of trivia about Arches National Park, which hopefully we'll get to visit at some point in the Mach-E.
Yes, absolutely. And take our bikes too. I do wonder, how perfect were they? Or are there a couple bricks that are like mixed up? You know, like when you assemble something and you have that one screw and you're like, oh no.
Yeah. Well, and I sort of wonder, like, would somebody go back there and go, hey, that one's in the wrong place? Yeah. I guess the main thing is like if you start getting them out of place, it won't go back together well.
That's fair, yeah.
But it just, that just seems to be a bit excessive, but you know, they're really trying to preserve the national parks. One of the things that they did, and I don't know about the politics or anything like that behind it or the bureaucracy, but apparently they wanted to add bike lanes inside Arches National Park, so you don't have, like we just saw a couple of cyclists here, but they wanted to add bike lanes, and the National Park Service didn't want to extend the footprint of the park transportation. So they said no, and now you know when you go into Arches, you're sharing the road with cyclists, even though it's quite a bit of extra room where in places where they could do that. So I see both sides of it. You want to preserve the park as much as you can, but you could vastly, encourage the use of bicycles and get rid of a lot more cars if you allow that. Because Arches is right outside of Moab, so it's fairly easy to bike there from Moab.
Well, and here we haven't really seen many cyclists, and there's really no space for a cyclist. I'd be scared, but people do bike this.
It is 12,000 feet.
We've seen hikers. We saw cyclists, right?
It's like, you can definitely bike this. I've done Guanella Pass and Mount Evans, but it takes quite a bit of training to get to that point to bike at 12,000 feet.
Yeah. You could go downhill.
And 50 miles or whatever. I guess you don't have to do the whole thing.
That's true.
Yeah, you can drop me off at the top.
You got to earn it. And so we are on Trail Ridge Road, and it's cool seeing all the trails as we're curving around. Like there's Colorado River Trail, Red Mountain Trail, Colorado River Trailhead Road, and then there's the Colorado River next to us. It's so cool.
Yeah, and the Colorado River is the one that goes all the way from, like, this is basically the origin of the Colorado River down into Utah, Arizona, the Hoover Dam, through the Grand Canyon, of course. Very cool.
I think we should kayak the Grand Canyon.
You got a lot of ideas.
I do. Well, if they agree with me, then we have to do it, right?
No.
Oh. You have ideas too. They're just driving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got lots of ideas.
Blue Ridge Parkway.
Where? What? How? What? Is that where we're going?
You said, yeah, that's maybe.
Where is it?
North Carolina and Virginia.
Oh, the beautiful one. As long as you do the other adventures during the driving. Colorado River Trailhead. So we're on Trail Ridge Road. Trail Ridge Road was basically used by settlers in the 1800s, right?
Right.
But it was used way before that by many Native American tribes here, right?
Arapaho and I think the Utes as well, going to Utah.
Yeah, so this is a really old road before it got turned into, it's probably gone so many steps to get to this point.
And I saw at one point, or one of the Native American names for it, I don't remember the actual word, but it translated to where the children walk. And it was because they would normally carry the children on their back, but there were certain points where it was too steep. So that's where the children walked.
Oh my gosh. I can only imagine with the altitude too.
Yeah.
Like, sorry kid, you're walking here. We got out of breath just walking around up there.
Yeah.
Not carrying stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Oh, wow. That's interesting that it literally showed on the map.
This is the gate. So we're done,
Oh, we're done? We're done?
I think.
Whoa. Oh, I wasn't ready to be done. Thank you. Ah,
Oh,
they got him. They're cuffed. Oh. Wow. Why did they run from them? They were so naughty. Thank you. I'm so surprised. I didn't realize we were going to be done so soon. And it was also like a bit heart-wrenching seeing the fire. And that's the last glimpse that we got leaving Rocky Mountain National Park.
Yeah.
That was hard.
We still got a lot of pretty
this.
stuff. We're going through some national forest, but we got burnt forest here. I can see Grand Lake over there.
Ooh, Grand Lake is very beautiful. But that is, you know when you see someone speeding in traffic and being really dangerous and you're just like, I hope the cops get him. It's like, they got him.
Yeah, and I get, like, you know, you can have a little fun on a motorcycle, but there are so many roads in Colorado, still not legal, but it's not a national park where you have so many people that are tourists, you have hikers crossing the road. Like, you can go out, like, again, it's like you're doing something illegal, at least go where there's not a ton of people crossing the road and deer and it just...
Children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe they weren't like going really crazy, but you stop.
You stop. Yeah, that's ultimately is, these parks have people working there, working really hard to make these a wonderful space for everyone, make them accessible for everyone. And they are the law in there. They're keeping the place safe for all of us. So if they tell someone to stop, you stop. If they told us to stop, we would stop. Whatever it is. So whatever that situation was, if they were running from them, that created a dangerous situation. So I'm going to Charge Point in
Obey
Granby.
traffic laws. Be alert and use voice commands while driving.
Ooh.
And by the way, here, let me show you what I did. I just said where to, chargers, and there's some slow chargers here, but there's 3 different like fast charging icons. I know there's not any real fast ones around here, but I think there are 50 kilowatt chargers in Granby at the Come and Go. So we'll hit go on that. And that's as easy as it is to find a charger. Different levels if you need a slow charge or fast charge. But here we go.
That's super awesome.
Yeah.
We are leaving Grand Lake and we are going to Granby. Granby. Sounds like the Grand Bee.
Superb owl.
Superb owl. Is anyone watching what we do in the shadows? Please tell us if you are.
Oh, I could have win. That's okay.
So if you can see Grand Lake on the left, it's really, really beautiful. And I don't know, a good few years ago, we signed up to do an adventure race. Patrick's done 100-mile biking races and I'd done shorter ones. And so we signed up for an adventure race together because it sounded really fun. It was going to include canoeing and what's that called where you figure out where you're going? Orienteering and biking.
And scavenger hunt. Like
Scavenger
all sorts
hunt.
of things.
Yeah, a huge adventure. Wow, it's so pretty. And of course, like getting to canoe on Grand Lake would have been amazing. So before doing the event, I reached out to the organizers, said, I ride a trike, it's like 55 pounds. And this was before I had an electric assist, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So I ride a trike, it's very heavy. Is this going to be accessible? Because it sounded like a little bit off-roady. And then they just said yes. And it was not. It was terrible. We got to the first challenge out of 9 challenges, I think. And it took us 7 hours.
We did some of the little challenges that weren't all that special, but
But yeah,
There was
we
like
did, like,
three
the
big
beginner
challenges. We did like
we did not get far, and we got rained on, and it was like biking up mountainous hills. Patrick couldn't even do it on his road bike. So that is my memory of Grand Lake, but it's also like a really fun memory in a way because we got to be outdoors and have a good time with each other. I remember we got to the end and the organizer was like, "Hi, how was it?" And I'm like, "Awful, just terrible." She's like, "Why are you smiling?" I'm like, "It's over." And you know, we survived stuff. Should we do another one?
if we're prepared. We weren't prepared.
We were not prepared. I just don't think we could have done it without mountain bikes or something.
Yeah, we should have been on mountain bikes. They were trying to be accommodating, saying you can do it on whatever.
They didn't want to limit and say, no, it's not handicap accessible, or tell someone that they couldn't do something. You know what I mean? But I do think that they should have just been upfront and been like, this is what it will entail, which was not at all accessible. But wow, so pretty. I could do with a little canoe right now. Onto the charger.
Oh, by the way,
Ooh.
I forgot.
Ah.
I don't know. We've been going, what, 20 more minutes? And we're at 66% battery, 165 miles of range.
That's so great.
So, yeah.
1% more used.
I forget what altitude we're at now, but we're in the 8,000s.
And it's 20.7 miles per kilowatt hour. That is just because we've been going downhill, but that looks pretty crazy. Oh, ooh. 20.7 miles per kilowatt hour.
Oh, good. Next to it.
So here are the two chargers in Granby, Colorado. So another option if you need to charge. I think these are 35 cents per kilowatt hour. I think 125 kilowatts, but it's shared, I believe. So if there's two in use, you won't get that full speed. We have 158 miles of range. We only have 92 miles to go. So we're not going to charge. We'll just wait till we charge at home. But I thought it was just cool to show you other chargers. And again, it's super simple to find charging. I can find others as well, like on the way home. Chargers. If I want a fast charge, we'll click on the 3 bars. And there's one at the National Park Visitor Center, Frisco, the Tri-America, and Boulder. So there's ways that I can see them, and then like looking at the map, where they're at on the map. So we're going that way. None of them are in that direction, but if I do the 2, which is pretty fast, we'll see like there's some right here. There's another one in Fraser, Colorado. So lots of options and very easy to find charging and finding different charging speeds depending on your needs. So anyways, we're going to navigate back to Motoroo Coffee and be on our way. And I'm sure we'll stop somewhere on the way as well.
Yeah.
62 miles straight. I think it's 92 miles this way, 2 hours. Blech. All right, let's hit the road.
There's an art car. Where?
And we went right back.
Look, they're the mural. Oh, they're so good. Fraser Mountain Mural Festival / walk. That's so cool. Oh yeah, that's so cool. How awesome. There's another one. There's just people having a good time. Oh, that's cool, yeah. That's so nice that they're portable. That was really sweet. We just drove by the Fraser Mountain Mural Festival / walk. Ooh, oh, I recognize that artist. Look at that one. Isn't that beautiful? That is an artist that we've seen at Crush Fest. I think we might even have a photo of the Mach-E in front of them.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're really great. But this is really sweet. They had little boards up for everyone to paint on, and we didn't even need to stop. We just drove right through and looked
Oh, and
at
there's a
everything.
charge point.
Charge point. Awesome. Just one
Yeah.
charger with 2 handles.
Looks like Chatham and CCS.
Nice. Right by the river or lake, whatever. Pond. Water feature. Fraser looks really nice, and cute little art stuff, and cute little bars and breweries and restaurants, and a nice little mural festival. So awesome.
So we looked at the radar, and over that direction, it looks like there's some storms going through. So we are getting close to Winter Park. I think we're going to try to find some place to grab a bite to eat. I'm not super hungry, but we'll let the storm pass before we hit the next section of road. And maybe it'll be just nice and dry by the time we go over everything.
Yeah. Hello. We're here in Winter Park, hiding from the storm. We're trying to find a quiet place to eat. There's like some country music festival, I think, so there are a lot of people pouring out of it into the surrounding bars. So we're going to this place, but it might be a grocery store, we're not sure. Also, we couldn't find the handicap parking, so that's where we are. We've been walking around everywhere. This is actually a restaurant, and a torture restaurant. It looks so good. Hi. Chicken tikka masala. That was super awesome. I'm so glad that you found that place and then we actually found it. You couldn't tell that it's there.
Yeah, I was looking around and I found there's like brew pubs and barbecue and pizza, like typical mountain food town, or ski resort town food. So this was really good.
Yeah, and like a really excellent place. And the bread, they give you bread before the meal, which is just so unusual here and unusual for an Indian restaurant.
Yeah, it was like French and Indian.
Yeah,
so very
odd combo. Definitely
unique combo.
highly recommend.
We had tikka masala
And lamb rogan josh.
yes.
We have extras, leftovers. Let's go back to Blucifer Tucifer. Hello, Blucifer Tucifer. Pretty nice location.
That's a Hummer,
Oh my god, Hummer.
and I think it's a Rivian.
Oh.
No, it's one of the GM electric vans.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, we're almost back to Mooroo. We're going on the bumpy road that's called Evans, that we always talk about. I'm in whisper mode to see if that makes a difference. Doesn't make much of a difference. It's still a bumpy road, but the Magna ride does help smooth things out. That was a fantastic trip.
Yeah, that was really great. It was beautiful, except for the burned bits, which were just sad.
Yeah.
It seemed like the car handled itself really well in the rain. How was that?
Yeah. Summer tires, but handled the rain, no issues. Felt very solid the whole time. The first, 75% of the trip was just sort of nice and relaxed for the most part. So going up to Estes, but it was just a great day trip out. I sort of didn't worry about charging too much and efficiency, and just sort of enjoyed everything. I think I would have had to charge at least once, but if I would have left it 100%, probably not.
And we're at 35% battery now.
85
miles of range. And I'm not sure where that last trip is from.
That's from where we had the Winter Park.
Oh, Indian food?
Yeah.
So since our dinner at Winter Park, it's been 1 hour and 21 minutes. We've traveled 72.4 miles and we have an efficiency of 4.4 miles per kilowatt hour.
4.4.
So that's pretty sweet. Yeah.
So if you want my efficiency tip of the day, if you want really good efficiency in whatever EV you're in, just go downhill a lot. And then you're okay. You're okay. I got distracted. Here comes a Bronco.
Oh, they're so cute.
That's the two-door, yeah.
Yeah, they're really cute. And then the Macan, the Porsche.
Yeah.
Yes. That is my version of Porsche that I would really love if they make electric. Also, though, the two-door Bronco, if that is electric.
Yeah.
Ooh, that might be my car, too. I just want all the cars.
But as I was saying, if you want more efficiency road trip stuff, we got some really cool stuff coming up. We're excited. We got lots of other cool things coming up. We have some Rivian and Mercedes EQS stuff that we got to release.
Yeah, got to release and edit. And we took a really fun long road trip in the Rivian, out of specs Rivian. So that'll be coming out.
And we have lots of ideas that you guys have sent us about videos to film in this car.
Thank you so much for that. It's so great hearing what everyone wants to see and what you're interested in. And it's stuff we're interested in too. So pretty much the whole time, like going down the list, people will say things and be like, oh yeah. So we have a document. But now we are pulling up to Moru, so it is time to stay for a while.
Yeah. And before we go,
yes,
we have to thank all the people. Oh, we're going to get out the list of people.
We're getting out the list.
I'm going to just keep talking. We'll go around. We'll take the long way around.
We're taking the long way around. Big thank you to our patrons, our Unbridled patrons, Frankie M, Andy Ross, Marlene Strickland, Michael Bazaruski, Larry Kuhn, Eric Lindemann, Joshua Eng, Lester Marlad, Bill Greentree. Could I say this in one breath? Murchie Bautista, Elaine, oh my God, Barton. I lost my head. Martinassi, Corey Medina, Robert Bradley, Randall Sullivan, and our engaged patrons. I need to say this before he finds another corner. Todd Mason, Midlife Marine, Lewis McFarlane, and Joel Goucher. And also our Whisper patrons. Thank you as well. Okay. We got through that before the next corner. He's calm. You're calm.
I was just teasing.
Okay, good. And we are back where we started at Moru. Thank you so much for watching this video with us. Thank you to our patrons for supporting us. And as always, just remember that whatever you drive, even if you don't get to go to a beautiful national park, though I really hope you do, enjoy the ride. Bye.